up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Adventures, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep. Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Cooper's and Brooke's Money Matters Wednesday now. We changed it up. Haven't changed the banner yet. Need to work on that with Mr. Brown out. Come on, Mr. B. Get up. Changed the intro to Wednesday, and we'll be good to go.
Our graphics guru is
Our
asleep at the
graphics
switch.
guru. Yeah. So welcome one, welcome all. I'm Cooper, and this is my sidekick over here, and good buddy and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Schneider. Thank you, Brooke, for coming on and joining us as always.
Good to be here.
Today, we decided we're going to talk about what the heck is going on in the world in regards to money matters. So the title is Rate Cuts, Shutdown Fears, and Why Bitcoin Might Explode. And to take it all off, Mr. Brooke Schneider.
Yeah, well, I think it's, is it today or tomorrow? No,
Today, Wednesday.
Wednesday they announce. Yeah, they have the meeting too. So that should be a positive for the overall market. What I've heard lately is that, you know, they were predicting one more cut for before the year end, but
December.
Now they're talking two more cuts as well as today.
Who's they?
Well, betting markets,
Mhm.
you know, they tend to have a little better handle, it seems, on maybe what's going on. I think because people are putting their money down, maybe. But anyways, the more rate cuts they have and the faster they do it, the better for overall economy, let's say. So it should drive the markets positively. And the other thing I think too, the Fed had this quantitative easing and you know, basically allowing more money into the system. And that's not maybe widely reported, but that's gonna be coming big time.
Yeah, that's when the money printers go brr.
Yeah. I think the banks, small banks, medium size need backing, and that's where a lot of the money's going to go. So, which will filter on into the economy. And if anything, inflation might start to rear its ugly head again, because that money is going to chase something. It's going to chase hard assets.
Right.
Nobody wants to be stuck. It's like ring around the rosy. Nobody wants to be stuck standing if there's a chair empty. So they're going to put the money to use, is my point. So time will tell. Interesting times we live in.
Very interesting times.
Yeah.
Now, the FOMC meeting is today with Chairman Powell, and he's either going to freeze the rates, cut the rates, or raise the rates. One of the three. That's all he can do. Where's he going to get his data from with the government shutdown?
Well, they have other sources that they're able to call upon, let's say. The last one they had, it showed inflation was slightly down. So it gave them more impetus to go ahead with a cut. Like you say, there's three options. I think of the betting markets, 98% say it'll be a cut.
Yeah.
So it's probably less than 1% on each of those other options.
Well, whenever there's a Fed meeting, he'll do one of the three.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. No, it's coming, and that's good. I mean, we need lower rates. First off, the government needs it because they got to pay interest on that debt, and they're up to
$37 trillion.
Well, yeah, but $1 trillion in interest payments. Like, hello, that money ain't going anywhere else, which is unfortunate. So that's not good. So it helps the government finance their debt. It helps the homeowners with mortgages that should have a bit of a drawdown on at least short-term mortgages. So that's good. Credit card companies. I mean, they got the highest. Is there chaos? Well, credit card debt's never been higher, and defaults have never been higher. I think car loan defaults are the highest ever. Mortgages, unpaid, not getting paid, are one of the highest ever. So, these interest rate cuts are definitely overdue, in my opinion. They're going to solve the problem. I'm a little worried about the markets when all this hype is, it's going to be great. The markets are going to run. There's money going to be everywhere. You get a little nervous. Shit, maybe it's time to, pull back the horns a bit. But anyways, we'll see.
And expecting a big China deal to be announced this week before the weekend.
Yeah.
So right now, the president of the United States is in South Korea, or about to be arriving in South Korea, one of the two. I haven't watched the news this morning. A bit of a late night last night for the meet and greet. So hello, everybody that attended the meet and greet last night. A couple of shout outs there. Daryl Finley bought us a very nice Bitcoin Lite.
Yeah.
Orange Bitcoin Lite. I like it. It's got a dimmer switch on it. Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you, Daryl.
And also Blakester Drums came with his mom last night and bought Darlene a S-load of Nutter Butters.
Oh, nice.
She's got enough Nutter Butters to last till the end of the year, basically, a good 2-3 month supply there. So thank you for that, Daryl, and everybody else that attended. Had a great night last night.
Blakester's from the U.S. and is, he obviously, helps his mother. She's 86, he was saying.
Yeah.
And he had a hard time convincing her to come to Thailand, because if she didn't come, he wasn't coming. So she's here now, and hopefully she's going to enjoy it. Let's see. But yeah, interesting fellow, and good on him. He's helping mom.
Yeah, 46 people turned up to the meet and greet last night.
Nice.
A bunch of new ones there. Much appreciated. Had a great time.
My nephew was there first time. Yeah, he loved it. He's smiling. He's still smiling every day.
Yeah.
Loves Thailand.
Yeah, he's got a very pretty girlfriend.
Yes,
that was quick.
Yeah.
He didn't waste time.
He is a handsome man.
Oh, he's very handsome. Yeah. And he knows it too. So, yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
back to the markets. With the rate cut coming in today, what's your prediction? 0.25%?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, quarter.
Just to stabilize it?
Well, I never did trust Powell, and I still don't. So
I think he wants
maybe
to
we need a half, but he's going to do a quarter.
I think we need a half, but he's still going to do it to undermine Trump. And do the bare minimum, is my opinion.
Yeah.
He's going to do the bare minimum. Those two have got a very bad history. and they're both as bad as each other, in my opinion.
Well, and I think, see, a lot of it's like buy the rumor, sell the news.
Mm.
So will we get a sell-off when it is a quarter-point cut? I'm not so sure because, some of the big boys are reporting.
Mm.
I expect record profits. So I expect the market to be strong the rest of the week.
Well, Microsoft is reporting today.
Okay.
And Sailor's team, MicroStrategy, are reporting tomorrow.
Mm.
So I expect them to blow past their records again on this next earnings call tomorrow. I really do.
Hopefully.
I've looked at what the markets are saying they should be at, and no, they're way above that.
Yeah, the stock hasn't done shit. So
exactly.
I'm still hanging in there. It's my largest holding and it's down, down, down every day. But at least I'm able to sell calls. And I'm generating income while I'm waiting.
Yeah.
It's just as the price drops, the income drops that I generate with it. So it's,
now here's the good thing about MicroStrategy. For the first time in history, a crypto company has been giving a credit rating. They got a credit rating of a B-. Okay. Well, if you were in high school, you would accept a B- because that means you passed the damn course and you can graduate.
Yeah.
So a B- is not all that bad. They could have got a D, which is the worst grade, and the best grade is a AAA. Not many companies out there have a AAA rating. So the fact that they even got one is a first time in history. And a great thing for the crypto market because they can only go up from there.
Well, believe it or not, it opens a lot of doors with pension funds.
Correct.
And
they can't touch anything unless it's got a
rating. A grading, yes. And they have gradings. They have like AAA. They can buy so much, or and as they drop in quality, they're probably allowed to buy less and less of it. But still, it's a rating, so they're allowed to buy a percentage.
So to be more institutional adoption into MicroStrategy,
which to me would be a no-brainer. Like,
yes.
I think a B- is they're way undervalued what it should be. So
yeah,
hey,
exactly. So that's one of the great things. The other thing is the crypto bill that we've been waiting for. This final bill can't pass with the government shutdown. They're now saying that they're expecting it to pass by Thanksgiving, next month,
which is needed.
And the betting odds are putting the government back up and running by the 17th.
Well, let's hope
next month.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens there. That's all positive news. The China deal is positive news. MicroStrategy getting that rating for the first time in history. Any crypto companies now they're the first to get a rating. Again, very bullish news, and they may be introducing another rate cut. So the third piece of bullish news, all bullish for crypto. Solana just got their first ETF yesterday.
Correct.
By Bitwise. Bitwise opened up a Solana ETF to allow staking. Very, very good there for those that like to get into the staking side of things. Very, very bullish for Solana. So I'm thinking big things coming for Solana this year.
I agree. I think if anything, like we've already got the Bitcoin ETFs.
Yes.
And they're running. And they've been way above expectations when they first came on.
Right.
So I can see the same thing happening with Solana. And it might be something to look at, guys, if you don't have a finger in the pie of Solana,
Exactly.
Take a look at that.
So that's the news we've got for this week. So that's why we started on the Wednesday, because all the exciting things happen midweek in the stock market. Good time to have the live stream.
One thing I did want to add is,
what's that?
So, you have the bears and the bulls.
And
typically when like the markets are up. I mean, the S&P's up, the Dow's up, the NASDAQ, they're all record levels, right? And typically when that's happening, you have euphoria in the market. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, it could be overextended almost. Like, are we into bubble territory? A lot of people are asking.
Right.
And yet, when you look at the fear and greed, there's fear in the market. So I don't think there's a bubble here. Why is this happening with all the, the averages hitting new records? It's because there's earnings.
Yes.
There's earnings backing this up. So the companies are definitely making money, even with these interest rates, higher than I think they should be. So going forward, I don't see a bubble there yet. I'd still keep a bit of dry powder ready, guys, because you will get pullbacks, but it's more or less by the dip. And interesting times we live in. So,
and another big piece of news I almost forgot is NVIDIA just announced yesterday that they hit a new record, over $200 per share now for the first time in history.
Yeah.
So they've hit a new all-time high. And why did they hit it? Because they announced a deal with Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
Taiwan Semiconductors. And they announced a very big deal with Taiwan Semiconductors. And wow.
TSMC. Plus
TSMC.
the deal with
Palantir as well. And Palantir's stock's going to shoot up, and Plady as well. For those that like Plady, that's one of my personal favorites. One I really want to get into on this next dividend payment Friday. So I'm going to plan on buying some Plady. There you go, bit of an announcement. I want to buy some Plady.
Your
this
Misty
week.
Comes out today.
Misty will be announced today. Yeah, it's gone to a weekly ETF. How do we feel about the weeklies now? Would we rather that they were monthly, or are we happy that it's weekly? And how's that going to affect the NAV erosion? Is that going to slow it down, or what are we looking at?
Well, LT's slowed down. Obviously, Misty goes a little bit with micro, but micro's down. So there you go. It's Bitcoin back, you might say. But LT's been hanging in there. It's over $5, 505, I think it was. So
it touched down below 5.
Well, yeah,
week.
It did.
Yeah,
but everything's volatile.
Yeah.
But I love the weeklies because I get my money every week. I mean, originally, and you all know I wasn't maybe pro weeklies because I thought, well, shit, tie your money up for the month, make more. But once you're into it and you see, I like that check every week. You know what I mean? It's like a paycheck every week, and it's good to count on that. So I'm just sitting there waiting and collecting. So
yeah. If I was going to give a prediction on Misty's payment, I would say 19 cents. Why?
I think
they gave
it over 20.
They gave 60. They gave 21. What's the difference on $1 for the month? 19. So I'm thinking it's going to be 19 minimum.
I think it'll be 21 plus, same as last month.
Same as last week.
Last week, sorry.
Yeah, it'd be great. Let's see who we got on the chat and answer your comments. And we'll talk about some of your concerns too.
Captain Action, Henry from Tampa. Hello, hit that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Yes, please. If you're watching on the live stream, it's free. Give us a thumbs up. We need to get 100 per live stream. So if you're watching on the live or the replay, it counts. And welcome, Henry. And thank you to all that have that badge next to their name. Helping support the channel for only $2 a month. Much appreciated.
Michael Avila, good to see you back, Cooper. Now, what's the scoop, Coop? All I can say is that the POTUS is at least trying to help. President of the United States. You guys should feel relief. You're not here in the USA, that is. Or Canada.
It's scary times right now in the US. And I had this conversation with Brooke before we started the live stream. A lot of huge companies are announcing layoffs right now due to robotics and AI. And I said to Brooke this morning while we're having our morning coffee, waiting to start the live stream, I said, I can see absolute chaos in the US in the next 5 years. And your reply was, I think it's going to be a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Because AI and robotics are going to take over white-collar jobs. They already are. Amazon's announced almost a 30,000 people job cut. Huge. Microsoft has announced a job cut. A lot of companies right now are announcing job cuts because they have to. They have to declare it. It's part of the U.S. law. They're on the stock market. They have to declare what they're doing. And I can say there's a big factory employs 10,000 people, and they announce overnight, we're letting everybody go. We're going to put robotics in the place of humans. What do you think those 10,000 people are going to do that have mortgages, have car payments, have kids' education that they have to pay for? What are they going to do?
They're going to shoot somebody.
They're going to riot. They're going to protest. They'll maybe do like they did to Tesla and firebomb the place. I'm not advocating for any of this by all means, but I know what my fellow American citizens are like. They're not going to take it sitting down, laying down. This is their livelihood. And I said to Brooke this morning, I said, now is a scary time to be a youngster in the world, because you don't know if your job is going to be safe or be here in 5 years' time.
You better learn a trade if you're a young person.
But what trade? What's going to be safe?
Well,
Plumber.
A carpenter.
So you're telling me a robot can't become a plumber?
Well, probably it'd be the last job they'd want to, train to do. But yeah, I think something where you, service like a plumber, electrician, you got to go and wire this. Small jobs, mom and pop type of thing. Yeah, I can see that being a trade. But for a factory worker, I wouldn't want to be employed in the car industry, because if you're a young guy started there figuring, hey, my granddad was here, my dad was here, put my 20, 25 years, I'll get my pension. It ain't going to be there, buddy. So I'd be nervous about that. But
well, I mean, you think not even doctors would be safe. What would you rather do? Have an open brain surgery with a doctor and a twitchy hand, or would you have a robotic that can get right to the spot within millimeters and fix the problem without having an accident? I know which one I'd rather do.
Sure.
Give me the damn robot.
Well, yeah, hard to say on that. Like, I have a granddaughter, just young, 21, graduated nursing. So I'm thinking now, is she going to have a job? Well, Jesus, you sure as hell hope so. I mean, are robots going to be, doing the ward runs? And,
why not? We got robots on restaurants delivering your food. And you go to Bangkok Hospital, we got robots cleaning the floors and stuff.
True.
You see that. You go to the restaurants, you got robot waitresses now. So how hard is it going to be for them to draw blood? You sit in the chair and this arm comes out, takes the blood. Way you go.
Who knows, man? It's
any way to cut costs is what I'm thinking.
I was thinking that after that discussion, we are lucky.
We are lucky.
We're older.
Yes,
it's good.
We've made our money. We're getting our pension. It's the younger
young guys are worried about what the hell are they gonna do. Well, we're okay because we've been there, done that. Now we've living off what we've made. So yeah, we're fortunate in that respect.
Yeah, interesting time. So what do you guys think? What would you say if you are a youngster and you are about to graduate high school? What would you want to be trained in right now to secure your future for the next 30 years?
Anyways, Michael Villa goes on to say, hit that damn like button.
Yes, please.
Smile.
Let's keep this conversation fun.
Scotty Caswell, good morning, evening from a chilly Pennsylvania.
Good morning, Scotty.
And Marites. It'll be nippy over there in Pennsylvania. He'll be looking forward to come back here.
Yeah,
I would think. What is it? The spring he's coming.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a winter there, so keep chopping that firewood. Ernie Jones, good morning, CBD and gang. Ernesto.
Good morning, Ernie, part-timer. He's flying back to America today.
Yes,
he is.
Things to look after.
He's going back for a few weeks. He's got some stuff to sort out.
Yeah,
and then fly back.
Yeah, he's going to see family, so he's looking forward. But I'll give him about a week home, and he'll be itching to get back.
I give him 48 hours.
Yeah.
But no, he said to me last night at the meet and greet, he says, Coop, I'm taking an extra suitcase because a lot of people want stuff brought back.
Yeah, sure. Well, that always happens.
I said, bring me some burrito kits.
Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, everyone. Hit that thumbs up button.
And good morning to you, Roger. And by the way, Ernie, have a safe flight, buddy.
Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, CBD gang. Great meet and greet last night. Lots of new faces.
I love it.
Yeah,
we have
fun.
the new faces. And it's always a good time when you got the new faces and new people, because everybody wants to know about them. What's your name? Where you're from? What's your plans? You're here on holiday. You're coming to retire. And it's always a great, fantastic opportunity for the people that are already here to meet new people, and for those new people to make new friends.
True.
So
Yep.
it's a win-win for everybody.
We saw Blakester Drums there last night with his lovely mother. And,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Do you remember her name?
I don't. No.
Maggie.
Okay, well,
Was it
that's
Maggie?
good.
I think. They have to correct me, Blakester. I know you're watching. You asked me what time it is in Thailand that we go live.
And it was good that one last thing. It was good to see Claude.
Yes, Claude,
You know, our bike
guru.
bike guru, bike
He's our
leader.
leader. He had the bad accident, and he was there with all spirits. Had a little bit of a leg brace on. He said that's to help with the
A little
healing.
cane to help, get around. But he was moving and good spirits and
Very
happy
good
to
spirits.
be out. And so it was good to see him.
And he said his medical insurance paid for everything. No,
Excellent.
not one penny out of pocket. He said, fantastic.
Good service.
Loved
Good.
it. Yeah.
Michael Villa, I've gotten good lip syncing and dancing in my chair to the song. Okay.
He's
talking
gotten
about
good
the
at it
now.
Miss Hell.
Miss
We
Hell.
know who
Wow.
that is. That's
Dandy
Dawn.
Don.
Yeah.
Mr. XRP. The S&P 500 downgraded MicroStrategy. I don't think they had a grade before.
No, that
Donnie,
was
so
their
I don't-
first grade there.
that might be the first grade.
Yeah.
Anyways, once product BTC and diluting of shares, sailors' greed and ego shows he doesn't care about MicroStrategy and Misty shareholders.
Wrong
Well,
answer.
Donnie, I would say the man with the biggest bag wins.
And he's got the biggest bag.
Sailor's got the biggest
And
bag.
he hasn't touched the common shares in 3 weeks now.
Thank God.
He's only been using the preferred shares. So I think he's finally listening to his
Let's
shareholders.
hope so.
And that's going to reflect in the price. They want to see stability, the shareholders, that he's not going to tap into the common shares, only to pay the dividend payments that he said that he'll be doing with the preferred. So we'll see how time plays out on that one.
Donnie, Sailor doesn't control the price of Bitcoin.
No.
Really. So we need Bitcoin to run for strategy to run. So just leave it at that. And it will eventually. It's just there's a lot of what I call games being played. Now, with this Thanksgiving crypto bill being passed, a lot of this bullshit that's the market makers are, playing games with, wiping out the longs, wiping out the shorts, manipulating the prices of Bitcoin on the market to do that. A lot of that will be put to bed. Which should give us a truer reflection of the price of Bitcoin, which should be up and to the right. So
and I think they need to tokenize the stock market. I agree with Larry Fink on that. The stock market should be 24/7.
It will. It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
Texas is looking at it. Richard Woolley, good morning, good evening, CBD.
And good morning to you too, buddy. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Paul Apps says fastest trillion added to the deficit since the pandemic. He's talking about the U.S. deficit, 38 trillion now. I think
it's gone from 37 to 38 now. Yeah.
And Canada's no better off. We're about 1/10 the size, 1/11, and we got over 3 trillion in debt. So when you do the numbers, we're the same boat as the U.S., right?
I think the whole planet is. Look at England; they're the same, mega in debt right now.
Yeah, I think Liechtenstein has no debt. So there's other ones that don't necessarily do. But you're right. The world's in debt. Heath McDaniel, too late. Powell can't trust him. He probably raises rates or keep them the same. I don't know.
He has to. He's already announced on his. He had a meeting last week, and he was saying that they're going to have to stop the quantitative tightening and go into quantitative easing, and also cut the rates. He did announce that last week that they have to do another rate cut.
Free money.
Yeah. So I don't think he's going to go back on what he's already said he's going to do.
Yeah. Any of you guys out there with CDs, GICs paying 2%, 3%, 4%, be careful. I'm just saying because, Michael Avila, my dad always taught me to not have debt. Ditto. I'm 65 and have no debt.
Well
ditto. Thailand soon. Well, you'll like it here, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid off my debt I think it was 15 years ago. And I swore blind I was never going to get in debt again.
I did the same. And in hindsight, like I had a nephew, I think I told that story one time. You know, he came to me and said, Uncle Brooke, I'm looking at this house. It's expensive. It's like, it was 500,000 back, you know, years ago.
Right.
Oh, geez, you're going to need a big mortgage for that. Yeah, but the rates aren't too bad. I was never a big debt. No, oh, be careful, be careful. Anyways, he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the house like tripled. You know what I mean? Like his debt didn't triple. You know what I mean? And I saw that over the years with the properties I owned, that sure, they all went up, but I paid off my commercial building quick. I paid off my house quick. And then I'm sitting there with no debt thinking, well, Jesus, now maybe I should have.
Well, with the house price tripling, couldn't he then use the equity to refinance and get a lower interest rate?
Well, yeah, but it's pretty good to begin with. And
Mm-hmm.
he's just paying it down, paying it off quick. The question is about refinancing. What would you do with the money? And, you know, I've told him, get into Tesla, get into Bitcoin,
Yeah.
you know, so we'll see.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
Yep. Source of funds. W secrets to success. MicroStrategy has been downgraded by multiple firms, including Wells Fargo,
Yeah.
from overweight to equal weight, and S&P Global Ratings to a junk rating of B-. The downgrades reflect concerns over the company.
And he goes on to say,
reflect concerns about the company's heavy reliance on Bitcoin, which it does, high debt levels and liquidity risks. I don't think the debt levels are high, and there's virtually no liquidity
it's only
risk.
10% debt.
Although some firms like TD Cowen still maintain a buy rating. If you look at how his debt's structured, there's no, he's not, I mean, he has to make payments on the preferred, but even those can be cumulative. So, and there's no backup. Like he didn't pledge Bitcoin to on this debt. So there's no recourse listed. If they look into it, he's a sharp guy, this sailor, you know, managing the money. He's got a good team there, obviously doing it with him. But I think the key thing with these downgrades is these companies, the old TradFi, they don't understand, probably don't like Bitcoin, don't understand it for sure. And hey, if Sailor proves true and correct, they're out of a job.
Exactly.
So they're not going to promote it. Yeah.
But no, Sailor's doing a fantastic job. And I think he's going to become the first crypto bank out there on the stock market. I think that's what he's aiming for. I'm really looking forward to his end of the year stockholder meeting, because I think there's going to be some big announcements in there from what I'm reading between the lines right now. And Larry Fink's got him at 100% chance. They're going in the S&P in 500 in December.
Bingo.
First Friday in December.
Yeah.
Is when they make their next announcement of who's going in. And he said 100%. He says assets under management, he's got more than the 5 times more than the next one that's waiting to get in the S&P 500. He said, and they have to look at that. And that's why I'm pretty excited about tomorrow's earning call. I'm going to be watching that.
You'll be
at 2 o'clock in the morning our time. I ain't sleeping. I'm watching it.
Good for you. Richard Woolley, America's taken in billions in tariffs, correct, at the moment. And we are doing major deals out of the yin-yang. Life is good in the U.S. So there you go. It's a positive outlook.
They are. But of course, the companies have to put the prices up. So somebody's paying for it, and Americans are paying for it, basically. And the price of goods are going up.
Print some more money. What the hell?
And that's what the Fed's doing, printing more money.
I'm wondering what they're doing with the money. That's it. Hopefully he's buying some Bitcoin with it. Stuart Lovell, but with the government shutdown, that would mean Powell hasn't got the figures. Yes? No? Interesting.
No. He
got a point there, yeah.
Because he needs them up and running so he can get the figures. But as Brooke says, there's other agencies that can give him a sort of ballpark, but he's not going to have the true figures.
Yeah.
So I think he will do a 0.25% rate cut today. And I think the actual figures, when they come out, when the government reopens, are going to show that it's actually worse than what he thinks it is, and he's going to have to do that, you know, as Brooke says, an extra rate cut that wasn't planned for this year.
I think the unemployment rate's going to jump a lot quicker than they thought. And but you know, they can do surveys, you know, but getting back to the statistics the government gives them, Christ, they had to fire that lady because they were so far off. So who do you believe? You can get these statistics from the government when they reopened. Do you believe them? Well, it turns out in the past they were dead wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, interesting times. W Secrets. Okay. Hello, gents. Brooke, what's your position on MicroStrategy now? It's my largest holding. Give us the real nitty gritty.
Okay, Calvin, go ahead.
So I think my average cost is like 376. That's on the books though, because I've been collecting premiums through selling the call options for years now. So it's obviously, I don't know, maybe less than half, around half that. So it's below that because I think it's trading at what, 280 now. So, you know, it's down, you know, close to $100 a share from my, you know, book cost, that is. It's in a tax deferred account, so I'm not you know, worried about that. So why am I still holding it? Because I do have faith in the Bitcoin, and believe it or not, there's going to be, and I think somebody's going to say, hey, we want 1 million Bitcoin. Now, sure, some people say it's the US government. Well, who's to say it isn't going to be Saudi Arabia or China or, you know, some other country that says, fine, we got to get on the bandwagon once the US is doing it. And this is kind of happening, guys, without us knowing. There's sovereign wealth funds of already building Bitcoin bags. There's governments already building Bitcoin bags. They're not telling you because that would drive the price up. So having said that, we're a publicly traded company. If somebody comes and says, hey, we'd like to offer you this much per share to buy your company, well, they're buying the Bitcoin is what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, it's called a sovereign put. And I have faith in that. So, you know, I think, and it wouldn't be for what the share price is. It'd be double or triple because they couldn't do it on the open market. They would drive the price of Bitcoin, but they can do it on the stock exchange and get the Bitcoin. So anyways, interesting times. So yeah, I'm just a buy and hold guy. I will keep selling calls, you know, on
Generate more income.
And I mentioned that to you, but you don't seem too interested in it. But
No, it's a strong hold for me, MicroStrategy. Right now, it's at 285.
Okay.
As we speak, I just checked it on the stock market. It's at 285. I still think it's going to be a big run.
I think the low might be in, or like if it's not at that, it's not too far off. So statistically speaking, I think there's a bigger chance it's going to run up than run down. Okay. So I think we're near the bottom, if not at the bottom on strategy. So the NAV premium's only at 1.14, and typically it's called reversion to the mean, guys. So 1.5 is the mean, and I think it will eventually get back to 1.5, which will drive the share price back up. So
ditto.
Yeah.
And what's it at right now?
The NAV premium?
Yeah, 1.14. 1.14.
Yeah. So you're buying Bitcoin for 14% premium with the chance, hey, you can sell premium call options on, you know, on the sell calls against the stock. You can generate income that way. It reverts to the mean. It'll go back up, which will cause the share price to run. So, and then more and more adoption, and, you know, having this grading at B minus, it is a grade. So now there's pension funds that can allocate a percentage to, you know, less than AAA bonds or whatever. Yeah, so it's all good, all plus.
Yeah, and B minus is not junk.
No,
junk is D, and they did not get anywhere near a D. They got a B minus. So B minus just means risk. There's a lot of risk, you know, that swings upside and downside.
Start generating profits, which they had a huge profit last time. Mind you, it's accounting thing, I think. Yeah, that'll keep pulling it. What are we at here? Leather Neckham says, off topic, please provide your best Visa agents info. Renewing soon. Hit that like button. Thanks.
Sing. is our best agent that we have out here.
Thai Visa Pattaya, isn't it? I think
Yes,
that's his
and
name.
you'll
Yeah.
find him on Facebook.
He's not the cheapest, but he's definitely, in my opinion, the most knowledgeable, has the best contacts, and knows his stuff inside out.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy, if you've got to need a workaround or you need something, like I wasn't married, how can I have my fiance stay here? I'm on retirement. He walked me right through the steps, worked perfectly.
Yeah.
So the other one is that Mark at One Stop, I think. So those two. check
Choice
them out.
6, yeah.
Stuart Lovell, the new banking regulations, ISO 20 whatever, is in place November 22nd. Interesting timing with the shutdown.
Yes.
New
That
banking
too.
regulations. What's new and exciting about them? I haven't looked into that.
Well, the banks are against crypto, of course.
Well, sure.
You know, but it's inevitable. The banks are going to have to hold crypto, and they know it's coming.
Yeah.
They know this crypto bill is going to pass. It's got bipartisan support, and it's already got the numbers to pass today. But they've said that they're 90% done with the bill. There's just 10% that they've got to that they've already agreed on, Dems and Republicans. So that's a super plus, in my opinion. It's just the little things that they got to agree on. The final 10% sometimes could be the hardest part to pass, but they're saying it's little things, and they're sure they're going to come up with an agreement on both sides on it.
That was a funny part of the news I forgot to mention. So a ways back, a couple of years, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, is the head guy. And he basically came out anti-Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Anybody that works for him that
Now
gets
he's
into
pro.
Bitcoin is fired. You know, one of these guys. And you know, he was consistently against it. You know, meanwhile, you heard rumors, Jesus, they're setting up a department. They're looking to hire people. You know, well, then just what it was last week, I think, he announced. Yes, our clients will be able now to
get loans.
Yeah, get loans based on their Bitcoin, and he's got his whole department set up. And you know, oh Jesus, shake your head.
Yeah,
the banksters. Stacy says, "Happy winning Wednesday." I thought Sol Z was a Solana ETF. I believe it is. What is the difference with the new one?
The new one is that they can do staking on it. Yeah, there's no crypto at the moment that you can do staking that's in the S&P. Well, it's not in the S&P, it's in the stock market. But it's the first one. So it's a milestone that's been passed, and it wasn't done with ETH, it wasn't done with Bitcoin, it's done with Solana. And their very first day of trading yesterday, it said, I got to look at the final report, which comes out.
A couple $100 million they took in, didn't
Several $100 million on the first hour of trading.
Big time. Staking means that you can, you still own your Solana. It's kind of like earning interest on your staking. Staking's like kind of interest. So you'll get paid a return. Probably have to split that with the ETF holders, whatever. But at least it's something while you're hoping the price appreciates, which is all yours. So yeah, it's going to be. But Sol Z, that is, it's a Solana treasury. I don't believe they have any staking on that.
No, they don't.
No. Yeah, I got my nephew into that, so he's happy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking good, very good right now.
Richard Woolley, weekly is awesome for paying down margin and snowballing your portfolio. I agree.
I want that dry powder weekly.
Yep.
I'm all for it. I wish they would have done it sooner. I could have bought more dips, you know, and lowered my dollar cost average immensely had I not been waiting for another 3 weeks for the next dividend payment. You know, it's always, you know, you always look back in hindsight and say, oh, I wish I would have done this, you know, I wish I would have done that, you know, I wish I would have waited to sell my Tesla, you know, when it's up over $400 right now, before I traded down into MicroStrategy and wait for that run. I sort of timed that a bit off, but I still think I'm still holding my micro irregardless.
Yeah, you have your premise that you
because I know it's going to run
to your
this year.
guns.
I highly believe.
Yeah, I
think
it will too. Now, you know, we're all hoping this month. Maybe it's not this month, but I think by the end of the year. Listen, it's not a question of if, it's when. You know, so it's going to run. It's just when is it going to run? But Luckily, I still have my Tesla, so it offsets my MicroStrategy losses, my Tesla's gains. So, it's good to be diversified there.
Yeah.
LV Abroad says Market Watch Wednesday.
Yeah, we could call that the new title. Money Matters Monday, Market Watch Wednesday.
One last thing about the monthlies. We had a fun day, smiling 1 day a month.
Yes.
Now it's 1 day a week.
Yes.
We're happy. So there's money. So that's a benefit. The week.
In about 10 hours' time, we'll know what the next Misty payment will be.
Bingo. Yeah. Stuart Lovell says logical things. I see millions unemployed, houses lost, crime rises dramatically. It ain't gonna be pretty.
No.
Then the UBI is released to calm the rioting crowd. Just watch.
It ain't gonna be
Universal basic income.
Yes. It ain't gonna be pretty.
No.
When the AI and robotics start running big corporations and there's massive layoffs, I think it's going to be a very ugly time. It's going to be scary. I'm worried about the next generation. I'm worried about my grandkids. What are they going to be doing?
Going to Mars.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep.
There's Rod.
Retire on dividends. What's up? Crew's back together.
We are. I'm back from my vacation. Had an absolute blast in the Mediterranean. My wife and I saw a lot of famous history that we'd always wanted to see. And now we're back to the nitty-gritty here in Thailand. So welcome, Rod.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to doing that interview with you in December for your channel.
Keep up the good work there, Rod.
Yeah, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up, Rod.
Michael Avila, in 2002, they treated my wife's cancer with a robot. Surgery also.
Yeah.
Bingo.
They're doing it now.
Yeah.
Certain surgeries can only be done with robots now.
Yeah.
Because they're a lot more reliable in that, they can get exactly into the spot they need to, where a human hand can't. So they're saying neurosurgery for the brain right now, the best choice out there is robots. Doctors that have been doing neurosurgery for 20 years are saying, we can't do what these robots can do.
No. And I mean, medicine's going to be a plus because I was just listening to reports. So doctors, you go to a specialist. Well, has he had time to read the latest research reports, studies, and all this? Where, you get onto a thing like Grok and even the advanced ones, they've done all that. So they'll, the doctors be better informed for diagnosis, better ways to read imaging, I've heard. So it's going to be plus for the medical field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. W Secrets says success, any hands-on work job requirements will still need a human touch versus robots. Yeah.
For now.
Yeah,
I agree for now. But how advanced are the robots going to be in the next 20 years, say?
Well,
10, 20 years. I don't know.
They'll advance quickly.
I can see the robots being able to do any job a human can do, except for give birth. Other than that, they can't make babies. But well, maybe they will be able to by that time. Who knows?
There's a job. There's a job they can't take over.
Yeah.
Let's hope, eh? Stuart Lovell, a McDonald's store used to have 60 plus employees. Now they'll need 3. Robot burger flippers and funny but scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have all the people lined up back in the day at their kiosks. Now it's all automated. You just punch in.
Yeah.
Like, hello. So he's got a point there.
Yeah. Got rid of the cashiers.
Well, and I've even seen setups where the robot's making the burger. Flips it, puts it on, takes it off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they got one in Dubai that does that.
Okay.
It's a robot burger restaurant in Dubai.
Yeah.
It opened, I think, last year.
Interesting times. LV Abroad, there he is from Kentucky. He's over in the Philippines still. If we had enough production, 20 trillion investment, maybe it will make up the difference. His point is that, so you got this huge debt, trillions. How do you get out of that? Well, you get out of it. One way is grow the economy.
Mm.
So if the economy could double, your debt don't look so bad because you're collecting interest, taxes, whatever, and you're able to pay more because you've doubled everything. So that's the way out of it. And I think Trump saw that and was advised that, and that's why he wanted these rates dropped dramatically because it will stimulate the economy. Are they worried about inflation? Hey, if you're worried about losing your job or inflation, hey, you'd rather inflation go up, I'll keep my damn job. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't got a job, you can't pay shit for it. It doesn't matter what inflation is. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's anyways, I see his point.
I do. Yeah. And one major problem that a lot of Western companies did is they outsourced a lot of the manufacturing to cheaper companies, cheaper countries, Vietnam, Taiwan, China, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, countries where they pay their employees a lot less than they do in the US, and therefore they can manufacture it even cheaper and get more revenue for the company. That was one of the big failures that they did. That if they would have kept it in-house, we wouldn't be having all these job cuts that we do today.
I think, though, Coop, even they're going to get hit with robotics.
Yes.
Because I don't think there's $3 wage robot, you ain't paying a wage. You know what I mean? It don't phone in sick. It doesn't take time off. It works 24/7. So, you wonder, it's, we'll see about those so-called cheaper countries out there.
Yeah.
One last thing too, though, we
Sure.
got 90 people watching here. This is so you're in your Western countries, things maybe aren't looking as good as you were hoping. Accommodations expensive, interest rates are high, taxes are high. Come to Thailand. It is I love the weather here. It's year round. So my nephew's 41 and he's here and he's absolutely loving it. Now he was sharp with his money. He doesn't have a lot, but he's got enough to live on. And I think it'll last him, till the cows come home with good investments. So my point is, although things maybe look dark where you are, you come to Thailand, it's a land of smiles, the sun shines great. And we do this as a service, so to speak. But the odds are, or not odds, but forecasts are that there'll be more. There was over 1 million Americans came to Thailand last year.
Yes.
Now, they're not all staying.
No.
But, and they're predicting that to go up. I think 10% increase. So good news. There is there's still hope out there. Little tidbit for you. All right. Sub Z says, hello, everyone. Scary time. Hope things turn around, else everyone is going to move to the, well, there he's got his point, the land of smiles.
Good.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
No, you won't regret it. You'll love it.
Yeah. Get with the community like this one, and you've got friends to laugh with and carry on like we do.
Day one.
Yeah.
And having a great time with it.
Yeah, we do. MI8 says, hi, boys. Mike from Oz, normally in Bali, thinking the land of smiles in 26. That's next year. Just told my Optimus robot to keep hitting that like button. like.
Well done, Mike.
Optimus.
Yeah, it'd be great to have you out here with us, buddy.
Tesla robot, by the way. Yeah. How do you play that AI game? Buy some Tesla, boys.
Yeah.
Kenny Beck says, I use AI every day for Microsoft Office and Power B1 and have seen the advancements over the last 6 months that would scare people, should scare people. Embrace it or retire like me in a year. Yeah. Good for you, Ken. Yep.
It's coming. And it's coming a lot faster than any of us ever predicted.
Well, yeah.
I didn't think it was going to happen in my lifetime. I really didn't.
Evans.
No.
Yeah.
And it's happening a lot quicker. And 5 years' time, I can see huge changes compared to what they are today. They're making an airplane that can go from London to New York in an hour.
Whew.
They're currently in production of it right now.
Okay.
London to New York, which is a 12-hour flight, can do in 1 hour.
That's got to be going into space or something then, I guess.
And Elon is coming up with the idea of building a super fast train that goes underwater from London to New York.
Oh, okay.
As well. Yeah, I think he's planning on competing with this other company that's making this airplane that can do it in an hour.
Never underestimate Elon.
Yep. So things are happening super fast. Yeah.
I believe in freedom. POTUS has been a disaster for our great country.
So
Yeah,
you got people that love them, people that
hate them. Yep.
Yeah, it's like a thing called Marmite in England. It's a thing that you put on bread, on toast, and it's got a vile taste. I hate it, but I know so many people that love the taste, you know, and it's the same thing with
Vegemite.
Elon.
I think that's the Aussie brand of that.
Aussie one. Yeah. There's people that love and hate Elon. There's people that love and hate Trump. You're going to get it wherever you go.
People that love and hate liver.
There's people that love and hate me. I even got my own hate group here in Thailand, you know. Half a dozen people, oh, we hate Cooper and his Thai adventures and his community group.
Well, I can say nobody hates me. That I know of.
Yeah. It's all good.
Richard Woolley, MAGA has been great. There you go. So
people like MAGA, people hate MAGA.
Two sides to every coin.
People like CNN, hate CNN, Fox, hate, love. Yeah, it's everything. Yeah.
What we all love
is Thailand.
Yeah.
That's one thing we all got.
Ernie Jones says, Cooper, Mike's taxi picks me up at 10 p.m. tonight. Oh, so it's tonight. And the flight leaves BKK at 2:15 a.m.
Yeah.
The hell kind of time is that to
That's
leave?
when we left.
Okay.
You came with us to the airport, remember? Yeah.
Flying to Taiwan and then to LAX. I hope to be back in a month. There he goes.
Okay. See you back soon before
Ernesto.
Christmas, Ernie. Yeah. Have a good, safe flight, buddy.
David Love says, buy low, sell high, or just click that like button is always a great
return on
investment.
Yeah.
Makes everyone smile. 61 days, but who's counting?
You are.
He'll be back.
Not long now, David.
Stuart Lovell, Australia over 1 trillion in debt.
Yeah. And population
27 million. Well, okay. Like I think Canada we're up around 40, 38, 39, 40. So. But we got triple that. I think we're up to 3 trillion. So Aussie's a little better off.
Yeah.
Richard Woolley, is Misty linked to MSTR or is it completely separate? Well,
that's their sole income. That's where they do their trades on MSTR. Whether the price is going to go up, whether the price is going to go down. That's Misty is tied to one fund, and that being MicroStrategy.
Yeah, it's so Misty's basically derives her income from selling
puts and calls,
options, call it, on strategy, on MicroStrategy. So in a way, it is kind of obviously heavily linked, but it is a separate stock. They don't own MicroStrategy. Again, it's all through options. And for you guys out there, it's not a scary thing to look at options. There's lots of YouTube videos. Look at it, do some basic studying of it. Obviously, do research. But if you're owning your shares, you can sell calls on that very easily and generate income while you're hoping the stock to go up. You get to pick your pricing, so it's not anything that it's going to force on you, but it's worthwhile. I've got several people, my family included, and they're absolutely loving it. Latest being my nephew, and he sees a way going forward to generate an income. And so if I train him now, 20 years from now or 30 when I'm not here, he'll still be able to generate income. Because, once you learn it, it's like riding a bike, you don't forget. So
yeah.
Hopefully that answers that, Richard. Rick Price, does Misty have to pay out the year's leftover profits? They're bound by the SEC regulations to pay out at least 90%. And when do you think it will do that? Well, their year end is October. So, maybe it's going to be a weekly payment. Now, they can declare it and not pay it till obviously November into the next month. as long as it's on the books as declared at the 90%. So it'll come out in the financials. We'll see.
But a lot of people, including Rod from Retire on Dividends, has said there's no money left in the bag to pay out, that they've topped up
That could very
the
well be
payments
true.
over the last
Yep.
20 weeks because they haven't done so well and they've used those profits. Now those profits are sort of zero.
Well, like Rod was saying, like the stats showed that they had made, let's say, 70 cents. They paid out $1.01.
Yeah.
You know, so hello, well, you know, we statistically can prove they didn't make that much.
Yeah.
Well, they were pulling out of the kitty.
But we'll find out because their
Yep.
end of year earnings report is due out tomorrow
Okay.
as well. And we have our first shout out to give, and it's to Chris and Lek, who bought us a coffee and said, "Missed you last night." Yeah, you did, Chris, but it's all good. And thank you so much for the coffee from you and Lek.
Thank you.
Yeah, much appreciated.
So Chris didn't make it then, because I didn't see him there.
No, he wasn't. Chris and Lek weren't there last night.
Mind you, I
She's
did-
got family over right now.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah, from the province. But I don't know if there's any profit to be paid out like they did last year when they came out with the $4 payment,
Yeah.
you know, which was fantastic because MicroStrategy hasn't been doing well this year. And they're at their all-time low right now at $2.85 a share.
Well, okay. So Misty, like all those yield maxes, are based off of volatility. The higher the volatility, the higher the premiums you can collect.
Right.
And the volatility on strategy, MicroStrategy, has continually been coming down. In fact, I think it's like less than half of what it was when that Misty started.
Yes.
So when the volatility drops like that, it does affect the premiums collected hugely. So that's why they're down. But again, going forward, take a look at a stock. If it's a $12 share and it's paying you $1 a month, you get your money back in 12 months. So is that a good return? I think most people would say, hell yeah. If you're in at $20 a share, it's taking you 2 years to get your money back, maybe.
Now, with
a year and a
Misty,
half.
I was watching Rod on Retire on Dividends, and Misty had earned somewhere in the region of $4 in 1 month. And he was like, well, they could pay $3, but they ain't going to pay $3. They could pay $2, but they ain't going to pay $2 either. And they ended up paying, I think it was $1.50 on this particular payment.
Put the rest in the kitty.
And they put the rest in the kitty, the $2.50.
Smart, save for a rainy day.
And saved it for a rainy day. And I think, if I'm correct, and I don't follow Misty as good as Rod does, he's fantastic. If you haven't watched him, go watch him on his channel. It's called Retire on Dividends.
Yeah.
And they've been progressively topping it up, where Misty's only earned like 60 cents for the month. They put in 40 cents to it to pay over $1. So maybe that bag is dry, or maybe there's 50 cents still in there. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to find out what happens tomorrow.
And it's not just Misty. He follows all the yield max.
Yeah.
And he's a sharp guy. He's got his, spreadsheets there. They're accurate. And, you can trust the numbers. You know, the numbers don't lie. And, so whether it's Platy, Tesla, all the yield max funds he follows. So if you're into any of those guys, definitely, as Coop said, check him out. Check out his channel.
But when MicroStrategy and Misty does run in Bitcoin this year, I'm going to be looking to rotate out of Misty, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that was your plan. Oh,
Yes.
I see Misty.
To rotate out of Misty into Platy and Hui. Why Platy and Hui? Neither one of them has any NAV erosion. I've been following them all year, both of them, and neither one of them has any NAV erosion. Platy is still $60.
Well, let me ask you this. If you get
Per
to
share.
a point, and you will, where you have got all your investment back out,
Yes.
are you still thinking, well, Jesus, I own the shares. That's the profit. I keep getting paid every week.
Because there still could be a bear market in crypto.
Yeah, but that would affect
People
all
are saying
the other
it's
ones
different,
too.
like Sailor. I'm saying there's still that chance. And I don't want to take that chance with my money, my savings. So by the end of the year, or early next year, if there's going to be some more rate cuts in January and February, I'm going to be looking somewhere around that time frame, somewhere between December and February, of rotating out at the high of Misty. I still see Misty going to 2025.
Whoa, wouldn't that be nice?
I can still see it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. No, you'd take a bit off the table if that's the
Yeah.
case. There maybe is a faster horse in the race, but I think the thing you want to get into is some Tesla. You know, so
well, that's what I'm going to be doing with the shares that I rotated from Tesla to micro. I'll
okay.
rotate them back from micro to Tesla. Still keep half my bag of micro,
Yeah,
because I believe
Yeah.
there's a lot of upside coming
Smart.
for the micro. But I still want to rotate and to be more diversified than I am now, and have some shares of Play-D and Hui.
Yeah, Tesla. I mean, long term, in my opinion, now it's not financial advice, guys. As none of this is. It's just thoughts we have. I think Tesla for long term is definitely your AI play. Now, is today a good entry point? If you're looking for 2 and 5 years, hey, yeah, DCA into it.
Yeah.
I think it could get a pullback though in the short term. So maybe you're going to wait for a dip, because it's been on a hell of a run.
Yes.
And I'm saying that because I've got calls sold on Tesla at 480 and 500 this in 2 and 3 weeks out. So we'll see if it's going to hit those.
Well, there's 10 days a year when Bitcoin runs, and nobody knows when those 10 days are. We only got 60 days left in the year, so
we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't be selling any covered calls right now. That's just
Willie Gilligan. I love the yield max funds, but past performance is unusually a good indicator of future. So I'm in Alti as strictly, an experiment, but I'm in on Google and Palantir yield max funds. Okay.
Palantir's a good one.
So he likes Google and Palantir for
Lady. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, are those weekly?
Yeah, they all moved to weekly.
Okay.
Now. Yeah.
Rick Price, I'm still loving that Coopersthaiadventure theme song.
And thank you, Rich. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Michael Avila, geesh, is it worth the hassle? Retirement should be chill. How much money does a person need before you relax? I have very little, but I'm happy. Well, good on you. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing with me. I enjoy doing the research and the allocations and studying, because it's like my job in Thailand.
Yeah,
I do it when I want, mind you, but and it's fun making money.
Of course,
make a bit. So you got to do something. You can't just sit and vegetate and watch Netflix all day. So for me, it's a way, means to an end. Now, my nephew, he's obviously having a lot of fun here, but he does pay attention to the markets every night. So good on him. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, retirement, you want to relax. Rick Price, looking for it to be on Casey Kasem's top 40. Remember that?
Yes, Casey Kasem. He was an excellent podcast DJ. He was my second favorite from all time. I used to listen to the Casey Kasem.
Wolfman Jack.
He was my favorite.
There you go. How'd I know that?
Wolfman Jack was my absolute favorite. I loved his deep voice. He's got a fantastic baritone voice. He was great.
He was
great.
They had a TV show about that, I think, too.
Yeah.
Rick Price says SSK also is Solana with staking, I think. Yeah, there's a few of them. There's more coming. I think a dozen of them are coming. So.
Yeah. I think there's quite a few coming. Fidelity's looking at doing one with staking as well.
The big boys will be there. Sub-Z says, Brooke, hope your nephew settled into the land of smiles. What visa is he opted? DTV, question mark? That's the one he's definitely looking at.
Right now, he's just here on a tourist.
He's on a tourist. I think he's going to do one border run for the tourist. So that'll give him the 6 months.
Yeah.
His lease is for 6 months. So then he'll decide, is Thailand still for him? I think it will be. And where does he want to stay or live? Does he want a studio, which is in now, or a one better? He's met some ladies, one in particular he's with. And, maybe a studio's too small. But, things happen.
It'll need more stuff.
We'll see. Yes. So, but DTV, I think, was the plan going forward. So, yeah. You have to be out of country to get that, by the way. Blakester
There he
Drone,
is.
there he is, with Mama in tow. Morning, gents. Nice to meet you guys. Just popped on before changing hotels. Check out, he's going to check out Selly, AP, and FB and reshares, ETFs, consistent. Oh, he's talking about, I
$90
guess,
to $1.50
50
and
dividend, plus
dividend
it doesn't
payments.
cut into share price on payout. Oh, those are, okay. He's having us check out those shares. Okay.
We'll take a look at them for next week. CP, not Selly, he says in the next comment.
Okay. Seppi, not Selly. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Thanks for the tips.
Yeah.
We'll be checking them out.
Wave Runner, been making some good money selling out of the money puts for strategy. Well done. A good move given the expected price increases coming for Bitcoin. Good job, Wave Runner. So you've done your studying. I started by selling puts, and basically you get to say, hey, I'll buy NVIDIA at 150 if it ever hits that. And in the meantime, you'll collect a premium.
Yes.
Waiting to see if it ever does go down. If it doesn't go down to 150, which if it does, you're committed to buy the stock. But hey, that's the price you picked to get into NVIDIA. But if it doesn't hit that, you keep all the premium and sell another put, and that expires. So
yeah,
interesting. My nephew's into that now with Tesla.
Okay.
So he says, yeah, if Tesla hits 400, I'll definitely buy it. So he's making income doing that, guys.
Yeah.
Take a look. Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Good evening, morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. How are y'all doing? Nice to see you back, Coop.
And thank you, Terry. Glad to be back. Missed the show.
Yeah. How's things up there in Bancroft? Probably getting a little nippy.
Yeah, it's getting close.
It's
Snow
near
coming
November.
down. That white fluffy stuff. Yeah.
Rick Price, I'm a U.S. guy from Pennsylvania. Oh, that's where Scott Moretis are from.
Yes.
Pennsylvania. Now planning to live 180 days in England on a narrow boat. Wow.
Yeah,
I did look at those.
Those are nice.
From April to September, then jumped in condo rent for 180 days, October to March.
Yep.
Interesting.
Good plan to get away from the British winters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris Cooper's here from England, and I had a nice chat with him one time. He was
there last night.
He was, and he looked into those narrow boats, Rick. So he actually was the one guy that got me looking into them. I thought, shit, that would be interesting. And they have like literally thousands of miles of canals. That you can
navigate through.
Yeah, it's tremendous. More than you'd think.
Yeah.
Steve Dice, 2022, my acid reflux surgery was robotic. Wow. Yep. So it's definitely happening.
So I take it went good then, Steve.
Rick Price doesn't require a visa for England. Okay. Stuart Lovell, Rick Price sounds great. Rick Price, expenses $25,000 a year.
For what?
I think that's on a longboat in England on the canals. So the property is like any country, so expensive, probably even renting, but you can either buy or rent these longboats, they're called, and it's kind of like a live-in, and
sail,
and then you just use them in the waterways, and a lot of them you can tie up and moor for. There's a fee, you know what I mean, but you have power plug-ins, and as far as dumping stations, I'll have those. So
And Stu Level says congratulations.
Yeah. Antrock Morton, I think my Bangkok friend, after storing his baseline vocabulary at the studio, recorded his first AI cloned video, speaking lovingly to his girlfriend in Thai.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it syncs his lip movements to seem authentic.
There you go.
It's getting wicked. But
we should make one for Filipinos.
Well, you got to be a techie to do this, but yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Let's get Mr. B on that.
There we go.
He's our tech guru. W Secrets to Success says, October 26, 2025, the U.S. and Thailand signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, to diversify global critical mineral supply chains.
Yes.
The agreement was announced in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. What do you think?
I think it's good because China's playing hardball right now with the U.S. And they're saying it's going to take a year before they can sort this out. And there's critical earth minerals that U.S. desperately needs.
They're in everything.
You know, they're in everything from magnets,
Fighter jets,
to fighter jets, to
vehicles,
missiles, to
yeah.
vehicles, to your, you know, smart chips for your cars and cell phones and everything else out there. And Thailand and Malaysia both have a supply of rare earth minerals. A lot of Southeast Asia does. So now that they have this deal that they signed, which was part of the peace accord with
Cambodia
and Thailand, I think it's fantastic, and it brings China no longer will have that stronghold over the U.S., and it makes them want to come to the table because they realize, well, if we're not selling it to the U.S. and these other Asian countries are, we're going to be losing out. So it's sort of their bargaining chip that they had over the U.S. is lessened now, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
W. Is it going to be game changing? No. I mean, you know, we're talking a small country with a, you know, small supply. Apparently, it's the refining capability that is the critical bottleneck. And until the U.S. gets that built, there's lots of rare earth minerals apparently all over the planet still available to obtain. What do you do with them? You got to refine them. That's where the key is, and that's the process that China's way advanced in. I think they got 90% of the refining capabilities on the planet.
Yeah.
So that's the bottleneck there, but it's a step in the right direction. You know, Evans to Betsy, and then the more they keep doing that, the better off they're going to be. So hopefully they're really going gung-ho on their production, like refining capabilities.
Yeah. Time will tell.
I'm sure they will. And are. Stu Level, USA is securing chips from Australia, Thailand, etc. Trump is thinking 3 steps ahead. Yeah, let's hope so.
And Taiwan is building that big semiconductor plant in the U.S.
Correct.
That has already been proposed and agreed on. Multiple billions of dollars
That's
going
a smart
into
move.
it. Yeah.
Because if Taiwan got invaded, there goes the best chip producer on the planet.
Yeah. That would be the end of NVIDIA, companies like NVIDIA.
Yeah, they supply a lot of the technical stuff to NVIDIA. I think
yes.
That's the way it works. But Terry Fallon, guys, do you think Trump's on the right track? Well, I can tell you this. Biden definitely wasn't.
His mouth and attitude always I, never we. I don't like it. I never have, never will.
Yeah.
Because there is no I and we, you know. But I think what he's doing for peace is a plus.
Yep.
I would like to see Russia and Ukraine stop its war. I think wars are bad. I think we should all just get along. Whatever your religious belief is, whatever your political belief is, just all get along. You know, I've been in war. I've seen it. I've seen death up close in my face, you know, which I hope nobody else has to see. I would like us all just to live in peace and harmony, whatever your beliefs are.
Terry, I kind of go with whoever's in there, I cheer for. Because you do want them to succeed.
Yeah.
You know, after Biden got in, I said, okay, here's a chance. Let's see. Give him a time, you know. By the end of his term, I think, thank God we got rid of that idiot. You know what I mean?
But I think he meant well. I do. I think his heart was in the right place, but his mind wasn't there at the end.
Right place. So that's good.
It was.
Damn near ran the country into the ground. You know, like,
his
so you cheer for the people. I cheer for Trump. Hopefully he does well. Time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
LV Abroad says AI 5 is 14 times better than AI 4 Tesla cars. Got an upgrade. Yeah. So their self-driving is pretty well done now.
And they're saying it'll be able to stop at a supermarket, drop you off, go find a parking space, and then come back and pick you up. Fantastic.
Upon your command.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yep. Stuart Lovell, if Thailand government plays their cards right, they will have a swarm of new millionaire Westerners coming. That's for sure. I hope the Thai government has foresight.
Well, we'll see. The election's only 2 months away. This
Yeah.
is an interim government that we have right now in Thailand. It was part of a coalition agreement that they would just keep the country running for 4 months while they can set up a new election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still, Scoop, am amazed how much construction I see going on here. Like just out of our balcony, we see 3 huge complexes get built.
Yeah.
Get on my scooter, driving over here today. There's another half a dozen. You know, some big, some small, but my God, like where are all the people coming from? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Time will tell.
But it's good for us renters
Heavens, yeah.
because the more they build, the longer
Bigger
the
supply.
price, the longer the price stays down.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Because there's more out there than there is demand for them.
Yeah.
So that keeps the price down. When it goes the other way, there's more demand and less out there. That's when the prices are going to go up.
You know, I've said for a couple of years now, I'm only going to rent. And the more I see this construction that's happening everywhere you drive, the more committed I am. Oh, I'm staying renting.
Exactly.
Because there's going to be deals, you know, and on new places.
Yeah.
Like you figure we live in what I call a 5-star resort.
Yes, it's
I
very
mean,
nice.
I call it that. And you know, my 2-bedroom, 2-bath is like 600 American a month. And my nephew's in a studio that's less than half of that. He's blown away with the pricing.
Yeah.
So, you know, anyways. Stuart Lovell, Thailand will see a new booming economy if they are smart.
I think so too.
Yeah, you betcha. Robert Pierpont, if you believe the Magnificent Seven are good long-term growth stocks, Maggie is the way. 76,000K gets you 1,330 shares.
Okay.
And the average payout's 37
Cents a week.
cents per week. That's 500 a week. Plus the NAV goes up, not down. It's a safe play. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's 26,000 a year on a 76 investment. So that's over 30%.
That's a good return.
Yep. Yeah, that is a good return.
Anything less than 14%, you're losing money.
I know a lot of us, myself included, were attracted to the 100% payouts in a year. And, you know, we still maybe look at that and talk about it. You know, we like the bigger payment per week. But what's the offset? The trade-off. Nothing's free. Well, we do have a bit of NAV erosion. Okay. But I tend to look at the overall. What am I going to have in a year from now on my Misty and Alti investments? You know, if I get my money out in a year, maybe a year and a quarter, okay, we'll sit and see.
Now you're playing with house money.
Now you're playing with house money weekly.
Exactly.
But there's other ones, and you know, Robert mentions it, that pay less now, but so it takes longer to get all your money out, but maybe you don't have the NAV erosion.
Exactly.
So, you know.
So if you want to sell it, you're going to get back what you put in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it might even go up a bit, as some of the Magnificent Seven are obviously will do.
Exactly.
Stu Lovell, great channel, gentlemen. I shall shake your hand soon. In other words, he's coming. Take care. Must go.
Okay, Stuart, be an absolute pleasure, brother.
Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Have you guys seen the old movie Saturn 3? Robot Goes Nuts. Interesting to watch with all going on today.
It had my favorite actress from the time, the most beautiful girl I had a crush on in my teenage years, named Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, yeah.
So Farrah Fawcett was in there, and it was the only movie I can still remember where she had a bit of nudity in the movie.
Ooh.
So me, with my teenage hormones going rampant at 16 years old, I remember that movie vividly. Yes. And Stu Lovell becomes our newest channel member with the badge next to his name, supporting the channel for only $2 a month. Right there. Thank you so much, Stu.
Thank you, Stu.
Much appreciated.
Professor Wolfenbarker. Would that be the skipper, by the way? Good morning, guys, from Samoy. Koh Samoy, maybe, is it?
Yeah.
I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, but it's been stock options that keep me going. Yeah, well, ditto. Have a great day, the skipper. Yes.
And see you back here soon, Skip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think we're still very much in the bull market. It's nowhere near hit its cycle top.
I agree.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, there will be dips. So definitely I'd say keep some dry powder.
Mm.
You know, I missed out on Nvidia because it had a big run last night, but you know, it's probably still not too late for long term, you know.
Yeah.
But my focus still going forward, Coops, on Tesla. Still build that bag.
I still believe in micro too, same as you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I'm stuck with it. Elvie Abroad, have you guys looked into Eggy? There's another one we gotta take a peek at.
No, I was away on the cruise ship. I know nothing about this.
Eggy.
I know nothing. Who said that?
Colonel Clink.
Sergeant Schultz.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Come on, Brooke.
Yeah. Tekken says, good morning, CBD. Just joining now. Why did Tesla and Misty pay more than once this month? Oh boy, here's a guy behind the times.
Have you mentioned
They have
it
gone
before?
weekly, Tekken. That's what.
Yes, they
why?
moved away from a monthly stock to a weekly dividend payer.
Yeah.
So that's why you got the 60 cents and then you got the 21 cents last week. Let's see what Fridays brings. We'll know in about 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
9
Tekken,
hours
they
time.
announced this change. Got to be about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Well, okay, because
While I was on the cruise.
there's been the 60-cent payment, so that was like a catch up, and then there's been one payment already received, and this would be the
second.
third. Well, okay,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about 3 to 4 weeks ago they announced the switch over from monthly to weekly. So, yeah, but you know, unless you're following it religiously, you probably missed it.
Yeah.
John P. in North Carolina. I hate to say it, but the only chance Misty has of seeing 20 is if it falls enough for a reverse split. Let's hope
I don't
not.
think Yieldmax are going to do any reverse splits anymore. They did with Tesla, and they said they will never do it again. So they have Yieldmax funds are only $1 a share out there. There's several. There's like 3 of them that are only between $1 and $2 a share. But they said they're not going to do it anymore. Let's see.
Johnny, there is, in my opinion, a way there, and that is we'll need a steady rise in Bitcoin.
Yes.
Which should pull a steady rise in MicroStrategy, which will pull the premiums people are receiving. Hopefully the volatility goes up slightly or more, where they can generate better returns on the calls that they're selling and the puts. And that would drive the price of Misty up along with it.
Yes.
But I understand what you're saying. God dang it. How long is that going to take, Brooke? You know what I mean? And hey, we could be a year, could be 2 years out. But in the meantime, I'm not so upset collecting weekly, waiting to have all my money back, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then you're playing with house money.
That's why I say they're going to pay a minimum of 19 cents.
Yeah.
Because they got to have that $1 per month still going to weekly. If not, they're going to lose a lot of shareholders.
I think that the key thing to look at, guys, is what's the price? Forget the past, because you can't do nothing about that. I can only do what's today and forward. If it's at $12 and it's paying $1 a month, you got your money out in a year.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody wouldn't think that's a good return. Yeah, but what if my stock's down from 12 to 10 or 9? Well, then you're a year and a quarter probably before your money's out.
Yeah.
Eventually you are playing with house money and still getting a check then. So that's kind of maybe the saving grace. Yeah. Are there better investments? That's your call.
Yeah.
Lakester Drums, Coop, stay away from Palantir. Platey. Dividend isn't close to what I was 3 months ago, and NAV has gone down, as with most Yieldmax funds. Look at Roundhill, PLTW, so that'll be their version of Platey. Yeah. Dividend does not affect share price, and it is uncapped upside.
Well, here's the thing, Blake. And I've started looking at Platey 6 months ago, seriously looking at it. The price of Platey 6 months ago was in the 60s. 6 months later, it's still in the 60s.
Okay.
So, yes, they were paying $7 dividend a month a couple of times. Right now, it looks like it's closer to the $3 dividend a month. But the thing that I'm looking at is the share price. The share price is still the same. So if you get in it for a year and you get your $2 a month, say, we'll go bear case, $2 a month payments, well, per share, and you sell it a year later to buy back in the end of the bear market for crypto to get back into it. Well, heck, haven't you, and you got your money back for what you bought it for? It's a win-win to me. That's what you want. And that's NAV erosion. You know, that's zero NAV erosion when the stock price is still the same as what it was 6 months ago. That's a win. And that's what I like. And I'm liking Plady, I'm liking Hui.
And no one likes the NAV erosion, obviously, but there's yield max, obviously, is a lot of us are in, and you know, kind of first to the trough, so to speak. You know, he who's first usually wins, at least with volume. But there's options, guys. Look at I think it's Round Hill.
Round Hill's still too new.
Well, that's an option. Do your research. There's Granite Shares. That's another one. And I'm sure there's others. Some of them have already been mentioned today, I'll bet, that your options are to research, look into it, and see which one's for you. But yeah.
Then he goes on to say,
I'm completely out of yield max funds. Okay, tired of seeing my original capital evaporate. So, all right, he's had enough. He exited, but where do you put your money? So maybe he's mentioned that with this PLTW or whatever.
Yeah, with Round Hill.
Yeah, and so you know, there's options, and you know, good luck. Hopefully
I want to give Round Hill another 6 months. I want to see their performance, how they're going to be going, especially into the new year. That will be my indicator whether they're good or bad. Right now, I can't say either way. Yeah.
Keep in mind, guys, listen, when you're basing your investment on, say, one stock, it's feast or famine. So, like, you know, with Misty, Plady, even Tesla, they're one stock, one trick ponies, call it one stock only. Why I kind of like Alti and switched from the majority of my Misty to Alti way back was because it's like 20 to 30 stocks underlying it. You are more diversified. The gentleman mentioned about the Mag 7.
Yeah.
At least you got 7 stocks underlying. So if one goes down, well, okay, you got maybe 6 that are treading water making a bet. With the Misties, the Pladies, the Teslas, you got the one stock. If it goes down, well, Jesus, you know, we're sucking. But yeah, so the more diversified you are, guys, and that also means don't all put all your eggs in one basket. Have a few different weekly payers, let's say. Yeah. You know, ones could be Alti, one could be another one that's diversified. So you just tend to spread your risk better.
And I'm liking that deal that Palantir got in with NVIDIA. That is a big one right there.
Should bode well.
NVIDIA went up 14% on the announcement of that deal.
Big time, yeah.
You know, with that one and with Taiwan Semiconductors.
Probably going forward, your NVIDIA's a good hold.
Yeah, it's AI. It's AI play.
You know, Tesla, NVIDIA, you kind of can't, you know, say, hey, anything too bad about them. And believe it or not, I think Google's probably doing well. They're coming up with some AI that's pretty wicked, I hear. So rumor has it. So, yeah, maybe the big 7, the Magnificent 7 are still the way to go. Terry Fallon. By the way, Brooke, the wood stove is burning tonight.
Keeping them warm. It must be cold.
Good on them. Oh, Mark Schaefer. Hey, Ed Dowd, a financial strategist, says that AI has a 25% error rate. Okay. Not ready for prime time. He says that when he gets something from Grok, he looks it up on Google. Yeah, that's going to get refined, and it'll get, you know.
I don't trust Google. It's manipulated.
No, I don't use Google. You do use Grok, and I understand what he's saying. Like sometimes Grok comes up with with the Bitcoin price at 76,000, which it currently is. Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, I can pay Google, you know, as a YouTuber. So I can pay Google. So anybody that puts in Thailand search in Google, mine is the top 3 that comes up if I wanted to. So they would be drawn to my channel. I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
You know, it's manipulation.
Google's got enough money.
Yeah, I make 1 penny per live stream from YouTube,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I really don't give a damn. You know, if you know, why am I going to pay Google $1,000 so I can be in the top 3 searches for Thailand?
I understand.
It's still only going to pay me 1 cent, so it makes no sense.
Things will get refined, Mark, where initially some of the reports back were erroneous, even we could tell. But that'll get better and better and better as time goes on.
Yeah.
More refined. Rick Price, 25,000 total yearly expenses altogether for rents, food, utilities in England and Thailand. So he's talking about living. So that's a little over $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty well budget I try to stick to.
Yeah. Me, I'm $3,000 a month because I got the pool villa.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My nephew looks at even less than that, but I tell him, you got to spring a little bit and live. So, Lakester Drums, just remember, we are still officially in a bull market. When we hit a bear market, yield max funds will nosedive.
I agree.
And with capped upside, we'll never recover. Well, slow and steady. We'll see.
I think there's still hope for Misty. I can see it getting back over 20. I really can. I know a lot of people are out there like, Coop, it's at $12, lost 80%, 40%, whatever, for those that got in above 30. It's all about the return. If you're getting
that might be a pipe dream of yours. Put it that way.
No, I don't think so. I think Bitcoin's going to have its 10 days this year. Alts are going to have theirs. And I still believe that we're going to have the rate cut today.
Yeah.
Another one in December as a minimum. And if we're lucky, we'll get another one next month. That's all positive. The deal with China, if that happens tomorrow, another big positive that could push Bitcoin. Because normally October, they call it Uptober, the year after the halving.
Yep.
Right now, worth about 3% down in October. So, and across the alts too, a lot of them are down a lot further than that. So I still think that we have time. I still think it's going to happen. I'd like to see this crypto bill pass before Thanksgiving. And I think that's what the U.S. government is waiting for before they buy any Bitcoin.
Just get the idiots back to work.
Yes.
Stupid games they play.
Yeah.
Got to look after yourselves, guys. So do your own research and manage your own money. That's my advice. Besser alone. Bester BS there alone. Okay. Chaos or opportunity?
Both.
It's both
maybe the
actually. Same thing.
Yeah.
There is opportunity in chaos.
Because the fear and greed index for the stock market is at 41 for fear. Okay. Out of 100. So it's at fear, and the stock market's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Gold's had its run. 2 weeks ago, it hit its
all-time
all-time
now,
high.
isn't it?
Now it's down, and they say that, if you look at history, if history repeats, I know it's famous words a lot of YouTubers like to use, but if you look at history, 100 days after gold has its run, Bitcoin has its run. Well, that 100 days is now.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, from when it started its run. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Interesting times.
All right, let's get this in. We're at an hour and 40 here.
Yeah.
Coop, I'm just noticing how many channel members you have, and that's fantastic. Lots of loyal viewers.
It is fantastic.
Says Terry from Bancroft.
And Brooke and I thank each and every one of you. It does mean a lot to you, for us, for you guys becoming channel member and supporting us for these last 2 years.
Thank myself, my own people. Thank you.
Okay. So I thank each and every one of you.
There
I'll
you
say
go.
it out loud.
And I thank each and every one as well.
But yes, it is really appreciated.
We do have fun.
Terry Fallon
says, okay, Coop, on a side note, really love your new pool villa. What a great space to live in. It is nice here. It's big.
A block away from the beach. $1,200 a month.
Yeah, can't beat that.
To me, you can't beat that.
No.
Yeah.
No dogs barking and no noisy bikes running by. Richard Woolley, the question on house money is, will the house still be there in 2 years? I'm sure hoping so.
I think they will be. I think they will be. Yeah. Some will be up, some will be down. Some will be breaking even like Palantir. I hope so.
we're in a regulated market. It's not this FTX bullshit, you
Mm.
know. So these companies are solid, and luckily there's millions of shares. There's liquidity in it, and you know. Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Coop, my teen hormone video was Barbarella with Jane Fonda. Wow.
Yes, in
So
the
that one-
Caveman movie. That was that the Barbarella? No, which one was I thinking of the Caveman movie? The brunette.
Conan the O'Brien.
She wore that caveman outfit. What was her name? The brunette girl. She was on the poster.
Jane Mansfield?
No,
No.
I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I remember Barbarella. Yeah.
Tekken, thanks for the info. Since I moved to Thailand, I have not done much research, just collecting dividends. Okay.
Yeah. Too busy having fun, Tekken.
Jimmy Brown, Alt dividend is going to be 0.0848 this week. It's dropping. Well, it's down a bit. Yep.
Still pretty close to 9 cents. Yeah.
Well, we had said, and you did it, and I did it, and I told my nephew, he did it, double what you think you need.
Yes.
And if you double what you think you need, you absorb a lot of this decrease in the weeklies. So, yeah, we're still doing okay.
Yeah. And you were actually shocked when I bought my Misty. You were like, how much did you buy?
Yeah, I was.
Why did you buy so much? And I said to you, because it's double what I need. If the payout goes down to 50 cents, I'm still head above water.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. Because there's going to be down times. There's going to be ups times. You know, who knows? The next bull run in 4 years' time, Misty could be paying out, you know, $1 a week. You know, the writing's on the wall. Bitcoin's going to go up because the dollar is always going to go down. Fiat is always going to go down. Look at it. What you paid $100 for 10 years ago, you can only get 10% of it today. And that's your dollar debasement.
Yeah. Fiat's going to zero. Yeah. Tekken, Brooke, I bought my condo in 2016. It has paid for itself and what I would have paid in rentals. So I am playing with house money. I think it's referring to Thailand here.
Yeah, there you go.
And there's other guys. Malcolm, good buddy. He's bought and paid.
He's
for
done
his.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just prefer being in a foreign country, keep my money invested in a safe country, meaning the West, and see how I do with that. So everyone's different. Blakester says Pleiade was at 78 in August, so there's been substantial NAV erosion since then.
It's gone up, yes, and it's gone back down. But if you look, Blake, 6 months ago, Pleiade was at $63. What is Pleiade today? $63. That's what I look at. The last 6 months, that's how I judge a stock, whether it's something I want to get into or something I don't want to get into. And with this new announcement, I'm sure it's going to run too. Have another run back up.
Jimmy Brown, another great video. Thanks, guys.
And thank you, Jimmy, and everybody watching
Price,
on the live
Robert
stream.
Pierpont, thank you for the weekly Maggie info.
You're
Okay.
very, very welcome.
7. Terry Fallon, thanks, guys, for a great live stream. See you next time. Ditto.
And you're all welcome.
Barbara Bach is the lady.
Yeah.
Robert says, Richard Woolley, 346, no problemo. Terry Fallon, the caveman video
That's
was
the one.
Rachel Welch. Yes.
Do you remember that poster?
Yep.
I had that poster on my wall at 14 years old, Brooke.
She was wicked looking in that.
And right next to her was a poster of Farrah Fawcett, the famous one-piece bikini. And right next, I had 3 posters on my wall as a teenager.
Arnold's? Did you have Arnold's?
Heck no, I ain't gay. No, I had Rachel Welch. I had
Farrah
Fawcett, and the last one I had that I had a teen crush on was
Richard Simmons. Oh, sorry, no. I didn't even hear you mean crush. So who was it?
The last one. I'll give you a clue. Dallas. Bobby Ewing's wife.
Okay, I didn't watch that show.
Victoria Principal.
Oh, okay.
I had a mad crush on her at 14 years old.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 I had the big crushes on.
As we wind things down
Yes.
here, MI8 says, years ago, the 2 Ronnies had a great comedy show on UK TV.
Yeah, I remember them.
At the end, they sat side by side and concluded with catchphrase, "It's good night from me and it's good night, from him."
Yeah.
Jeff Sigler, Barbara Bach, Atuk Alundra Lana.
Yes, that was her scene name. Yes.
Okay. Richard Price, no nudity in Raquel Welch caveman movie.
Close to it, though.
Close to it,
you didn't
okay.
leave much to the imagination on that, did it, guys?
Richard Woolley, thanks, guys. Thank
Very
you,
welcome.
Richard. Pam, says Tekken.
Pamela Anderson?
Yeah. she was
Baywatch.
Okay, Baywatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was very pretty in her younger days, yeah.
Robert Pierpont, Richard.
I ain't gonna forgive you for that, man.
Hey, we gotta have a little fun.
Last
Jerry
one goes
Ballard,
to
3 great teen crushes, Coop. There
you go. Who are your teen crushes? Let us know in the after show.
Yeah, okay.
Put it in the comments at the end of the video. We'll know who watched to the end. Let us know who your 3 teen crushes were, famous actresses and actors for the women that watch our show. And the final comment goes to Phil.
Phil says the government was talking about making 75% of condos available to foreigners, up from 49% currently. If that were to happen, the amount of available units would be huge and prices would tank.
Yes.
Well, I'm not so sure on that, Phil.
He's absolutely right. And I'm going to explain why briefly.
Please do.
Folks, you look at Dusit Grand Park 2, Brooksville. All right, you look there. How many of those units you see empty, nobody's ever moved into, and that's owned by
Chinese mainly.
Chinese and the Thai quota? They will never sell them. I've been to over 400 properties out here since we started our YouTube channel, and I put them, every single one that I went to that I liked, I put on YouTube. 400 properties. Okay. Of them, there was only one that every single unit in the building was sold. Only one. And that was the Riviera, Monaco.
Now you're talking foreign quota or the whole
thing.
So Thais even were buying.
Yes.
This. Wow.
And that was the Riviera.
There's Thais
only
of money.
One building out of 400 that I filmed.
Okay.
Why? Because foreigners can only own 49%.
Yeah.
And that is a big hamper. Now, the government that wanted that is the one that was ousted before Thaksin Pinawat's daughter became prime minister of Thailand. All right. So they wanted it, the Krungchai Thai party. They got ousted, bit of hoo-ha there, went through the courts. If they win the election, which they're the favorites to win in January, I can see that going through. And he's
You're talking the 75%.
Yes. Because Thais don't want to own condos.
Right.
Why would you want to own a condo when you can own a house? And foreigners can't own houses here.
There won't be a change in the land buying. I can't see that happening.
No, but what I can see is a lot more foreigners buying these, a lot more units available for rent. That'll bring the prices down because there'll be more out there, more supply than demand yet again by another 50%. So Phil is absolutely correct in what he's saying. Because when I was out there filming these 400 properties, all the developers that were making these properties all said to me, we wish we could sell those 51%, but we can't.
No.
We're sitting on them. That will lower the amount of monthly contributions you have to pay, maintenance, because the other units will be sold. It'll put more demand on the market. So more supply on the market, less demand, property prices go down. I think that's a win-win for everybody. And he's absolutely right on that.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, you go out and film 400 and you tell me your opinion.
I'm just saying, look at what they sell out of quickly is the 49%. Okay? You know, it's the 51 they got trouble.
Exactly.
So if they raise it to 75, guess what will sell out quickly? The 75.
Correct. That's what you want.
Well, that's not driving the prices down.
Of course it is, because you're putting an extra 50% supply on the market, Brooke.
It'll drive the price of rentals down, not the price of the units. You got more units for sale and people want them. They're buying them. You're not going to get a discount on a new building, when there's quotas at 75%. You just have more buyers. I mean, there's people now that, these ones that are built around us here, I'm sure they're probably sold out of the foreigner quota. People go in there, hey, do you have no, we don't. Sorry. Okay, well, bingo, too bad. You know what I mean? If they go to 75, those will get sold. I don't think at a discount.
And most of those people that buy them are going to be buying to rent.
Well, that's why I say the rentals, in my opinion, will go down.
Yeah.
Maybe we're talking about the same thing. Anyways, okay. Rick Price, Teen Crush Thursday video theme. Mark Schaefer says, Cooper, you're right. When I was at the pool at Instagram Part 2, I could look up and see new wrap washers on the balconies of condos never lived in.
And it's all Thai quota.
Yeah.
And they'll never sell. I said to Joe, what are you doing? Rent them out. I can fill them up with our subscribers within a month. Rent them out. He says, oh, I will. But he said we have roughly 1,000 units that we can't sell. He says, I'll probably rent out 200 of them.
Some of them were Chinese owned, he told me, that had never visited the property.
Yeah.
The mattress was still wrapped in plastic. And I think what it was is the Chinese were looking to get money out of China.
Yeah.
Invest in anywhere in Asia. Bingo. Okay, here, we'll buy new and at least have an asset. Terry found 3 teen crushes: Heather Locklear, Barbara Perkins, Batgirl, oh yeah, and Richard Simmons. Just kidding about Richard. Take care.
I'm worried about you,
well
Terry.
Done. Mark Schaefer, I'm with Cooper. The more available condos will lower prices.
Yes.
Yeah, well, time will tell.
Just admit it, I'm right. Come on.
Maybe.
I'm waiting. Come on.
Maybe.
I'm still waiting.
I'll give you a definite answer. Maybe. A definite maybe. All right, let's go here. Robert Pierpont, can Thais get mortgages on these condos? Some can. How would it not make sense for Thais to buy them and lease them for at least the mortgage and maintenance fee, and other years after years have a free condo and a way to have income? Their interest rates aren't like home.
No.
They're high interest rates.
Correct.
Obviously, it's the risk, I guess. Yeah. But it's not that common, not like you'd say in the West. Like, cars are financed like a drop of a hat. Everybody can basically get a mortgage if you got a pulse. Here, it's totally different. Yeah.
Guys would rather buy houses and rent them out.
Yeah, that's
for example, what I'm doing right now.
They got the land. Yep.
They'd rather do that because they know the house is going to appreciate a lot more than what the condominiums will over time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And that's it. We're at the final comment. So thank you all. Don't forget in the after show, after the live stream, put your 3 teenage crushes down. I want to see who.
It's Wednesday, Money Matters.
Yeah,
you're
but
talking
still.
About teen crushes.
So who's your teen crush? Before we go off air, bro.
I didn't have any teen. I saw some good-looking girls when I was quite young in the movies, but
yeah, you had a crush. Everybody does.
Well, that Raquel Welch was nice. I will say that, and that Jane Fonda was good. Some of those girls in the Bond movies, they were pretty, pretty nice.
But Bond wasn't around when you were a teenager, Brooke.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
James Bond.
Yeah, what was the first James Bond movie ever made?
Dr. No, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what year did that come out?
Would have been the 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
Late 60s.
Oh shit, I was like a teenager. The hell are you not mentally acute with your numbers?
And that's it for the live stream. Thank you all for coming on and joining us. Much appreciated. And until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's